Hello everyone, my name is Maria and welcome to the channel. Today we continue playing Dragon Age Inquisition and I wanted to start with Alistair's quest to find out what's happening with Grey Wardens, and I think she wants to talk to us.
My Lady Inquisitor, it's good of you to speak with me. I have news regarding one of your companions, the Winter.
Dorian, what has he done?
Has Dorian done something wrong?
No, thankfully. It's nothing like that. I have been in contact with his family. House Pavas out of Carenas. Are you familiar with them?
Not really. They're not on good terms.
He's mentioned his family. They don't appear to be on good terms.
Yes. I believe you're correct. The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from their son and pleading for my aid. They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come. Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man, I'd hoped...
I would really prefer to tell him about this. I'm not going to trick Dorian.
If you think I'm going to trick Dorian into meeting his family...
I feared you might say that. The family will send a retainer to meet the young man at the Red Cliff Tavern, to take him onward. If he truly does not wish this reunion, he can always end the matter there. I pray you change your mind, Inquisitor. Perhaps their letter will persuade you. If there is any chance of success in this, it behooves us to act.
I understand that you feel inadequate to the task of bringing Dorian to a secret meeting. Even in the asking, I find it difficult to believe myself. Considering my son has rebuffed all contact, this is the only way. I know him. He would be too proud to come if he knew, even just to talk. That is all we wish to do. The thought of Dorian in the south placing himself in the path of such danger alarms us more than I can express. If this somehow succeeds, we have a family retainer at the Vandral Hills watching for Dorian's arrival. He will bring the boy to us somewhere private. If Dorian utterly refuses to go with him, it ends there. And there is nothing we can do. We're at our wits' end. Graciously yours, Magister Hallward of House Pavas. Can we talk to him about it? Yeah, let's talk to Dorian and then do Alistair's quest. Because I really wanted to do it today, and maybe we can do both, I'm not sure.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Halamsharal? Cows milking farmers?
You disagree?
I take it you don't agree.
On the contrary, I approve. Heartily. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
So as long as they're like you.
If that means they're anything like you, I approve.
Ha! There aren't many mages back home like me.
I'd believe that.
I never fit in. Bloodstains are so difficult to clean, you see.
So we're doomed to a future of blood magic then?
Not at first. But you'd be a fool not to see where this could lead. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed. By inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
Your father sent a letter.
Dorian, there's a letter you need to see.
A letter? Is it a naughty letter? A humorous proposal from some Antivan dowager?
Not quite. It's from your father.
From my father? I see. And what does Magister Hallward want, pray tell?
A meeting.
Show me this letter.
Yes, of course.
I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical. I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
Would he do that? I won't let him.
That would be hard to do while I stood there.
He expects me to travel with Mother Giselle, although Maker knows why he'd think I would. Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer. If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that. If it's not, I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
Alright, let's do this quest first and then try to go to Alistair. What's the issue between you?
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Interesting turn of phrase. But you're correct. They don't care for my choices, nor I for theirs.
Because you wouldn't get married? Because you left?
That too.
Let's go. You should talk to him.
I think you should meet with this retainer. Find out what your family wants.
I didn't ask what you thought, did I?
Hey.
That was unworthy, I apologize. There'd be no harm in hearing what this man of my father's has to say. If I don't like it, however, I want to leave.
Your family's reaching out. I doubt you'll like it. Fair enough.
That works for me.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed. We'll find out soon enough. Uh-oh, nobody's here. This doesn't bode well.
Dorian.
Father. So the whole story about the family retainer was just, what? A smokescreen?
Then you were told. I apologize for the deception, Inquisitor. I never intended for you to be involved.
Of course not. Magister Parvus couldn't come to Skyhold and be seen with the dread Inquisitor. What would people think? What is this exactly, Father? Ambush? Kidnapping? Warm family reunion?
This is how it has always been.
Just talk to him.
You went through all of this to get Dorian here. Talk to him.
Yes, Father. Talk to me. Let me hear how mystified you are by my anger.
Dorian, there's no need to.
I prefer the company of men. My father disapproves.
Give your father a chance. That's what this is about. Why is this an issue?
That's a big concern in Tevinter then.
Only if you're trying to live up to an impossible standard. Every Tevinter family is intermarrying to distill the perfect mage, perfect body, perfect mind, the perfect leader. It means every perceived flaw, every aberration is deviant and shameful. It must be hidden.
This is not a flaw. I just want his father to say something.
So that's what all of this is about? Who you sleep with?
No.
That's not all it's about.
Dorian, please. If you'll only listen to me.
Why? So you can spout more convenient lies? He taught me to hate blood magic. The resort of the weak mind. Those are his words. But what was the first thing you did when your precious heir refused to play pretend for the rest of his life? You tried to change me.
Oh.
I only wanted what was best for you.
You wanted the best for you. For your fucking legacy. Anything for that.
So he tried to change him using blood magic, as I understood. You didn't let him speak. Are we done? Don't leave it like this.
Don't leave it like this, Dorian. You'll never forgive yourself.
Tell me why you came.
If I knew, I would drive you to the Inquisition.
You didn't. I joined the Inquisition because it's the right thing to do. Once, I had a father who would have known that.
Once, I had a son who trusted me. A trust I betrayed. I only wanted to talk to him, to hear his voice again, to ask him to forgive me.
Forgiveness. That's good. Really? Okay. That's wonderful.
He says we're alike. Too much pride. Once I would have been overjoyed to hear him say that. Now I'm not certain. I don't know if I can forgive him.
What did he do exactly?
He tried to change you.
Out of desperation. I wouldn't put on a show, marry the girl, keep everything unsavory, private and locked away. Selfish, I suppose, not to want to spend my entire life screaming on the inside. He was going to do a blood ritual, alter my mind, make me acceptable. I found out. I left.
That's horrible. Of course he doesn't trust him now. Would it have worked?
Can blood magic actually do that?
Maybe. It could also have left me a drooling vegetable. It crushed me to think he found that absurd risk preferable to scandal. Part of me has always hoped he didn't really want to go through with it. If he had, I can't even imagine the person I would be now. I wouldn't like that Dorian.
Are you alright?
Are you all right?
No, not really. Thank you for bringing me out there. It wasn't what I expected, but it's something. Maker knows what you must think of me now, after that whole display.
What do you mean? You let... No, he didn't. You're brave.
I think you're very brave.
Brave?
It's not easy to abandon tradition and walk your own path.
At any rate, time to drink myself into a stupor. It's been that sort of day. Join me sometime, if you've a mind.
I will.
I don't know what you think you're doing.
I'm being clucked at by a hen, evidently.
Don't...
Why did you stop? Really, what's happening?
Oh,
What's going on here?
It seems the revered mother is concerned about my undue influence over you.
It is just concern. Your worship, you must know how this looks.
You might need to spell it out, my dear.
This man is of Tevinter. His presence at your side, the rumors alone.
I don't care. Rumors, do tell.
Oh, I'd like to hear what these rumors are exactly.
I could not repeat them, your worship.
You must.
Repeat them. So you've shared them before.
See, I meant no disrespect, Inquisitor, only to ask after this man's intentions. If you feel he is without ulterior motive, then I humbly beg forgiveness of you both.
He is. He's a great friend. Don't touch him.
Well, that's something.
Are you alright?
She didn't get to you, did she?
No, it takes more to get to me than thinly veiled accusations.
You don't think she'll do anything?
Do what? Yours is the good opinion I care about, not hers. I should ask, do the rumors bother you?
Not at all. Only on your behalf.
I wish they wouldn't disparage you. They don't know you.
They know you even less than they know me. Perhaps it's odd to say, but I think of you as a friend, Inquisitor. I have precious few friends. I didn't think to find one here. Don't speak. I detest confessions, and I'd like to get this over with. Allow me to say I'll stand beside you, against Corypheus, my countryman, or spurious rumor, so long as you'll have me.
He's so wonderful. I think I'm really glad that he's our best friend, really. Yeah, we take him everywhere with us, and we helping him, so...
So, I assume you're Talvashoth or something like.
Why would you assume that?
If you weren't, you would have split my skull open at our first meeting before I said a word. Centuries of warfare with the Qunari do lead to this state of affairs.
Oh yeah, you know, it's really interesting because Qunari and Tevinter are at war and we're here being best friends. You've met Qunari.
You've encountered Qunari before.
Qunari raids are rather old hat for anyone from the Eastern Imperium, although the attacks aren't quite the rampaging wars of ages past. Now we're like two angry dowagers who only remember to spit at each other when they pass on the street.
What about in person?
Did you meet any Kunari personally?
None who weren't rushing towards me with a sword. I was too busy running in the other direction to say hello. I've met some Talvashoth in my time, however. Mercenaries and a few merchants. They're not the same as Kunari. Might easily be a different people altogether.
You got along? Glad someone knows that.
If only other people knew that.
It's a southerner thing. Most of them don't even know what a Kunari looks like. Forgive their ignorance, O mighty one. They shall learn proper fear in time.
I've no issue if you don't.
If you've no problem with me, I've no problem with you.
A philosophy I've learned to live by.
No issue with my being Inquisitor, then?
None that specifically involve you being so very, very large. No.
Good.
We finally got some Kunari dialogue.
I should go.
Here I thought we were just getting to the good part.
We'll talk again, don't worry. So let's go to the war table. Yeah, I think this is the right way. No, it's not. Okay, Solus. We will talk to you later because I want to get to Alistair. But I'm really happy because with Dorian, I honestly didn't expect to develop such friendship. Because when I was playing this game for the first time, I didn't really take him anywhere. And I missed a lot. Alright, before we begin with Alistair, let's see what we have. Through the efforts of hundreds of negotiators, allies, and a few personal connections, Nivara and Tevinter have grudgingly issued orders for their soldiers to return to their respective cities. That is amazing. Do we have anything else on this side? Nope. And this, celebrate the dragon slaying. Set sheen to her scales, a beauty indeed. Your gift will allow my imagination to take flight. Oh, such things I have dreamed of crafting for so long. In return, Heron will send all my collected notes. A bit scattered, perhaps, but maybe your own smiths will find them of use. Wonderful. And this one I'm really excited about. Sister Liliana, the hero of Ferelden, answered our messages. She left a letter for the Inquisitor and another to be delivered privately to Liliana, I assume. She also sent goods from her travels that might be of use. We have included them in this missive. Amazing. And now, where is Alistair's quest? Is it in Orlane? Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. I don't think it's this one. No, it's about the Empress. Investigate the western approach. Is it this one? Inquisitors report a large force of Grey Wardens has moved into the western approach. We need to establish a foothold out there immediately. It's this one, right? I think so.
Inquisitor, welcome to the western approach. We've sighted Warden activity to the southwest, but no one's been close enough to figure out what they're doing. Between the sandstorms and the vicious wildlife, we haven't made it far out here. One of my men got too close to a poison hot spring and gave me a slightly delirious report of a high dragon flying overhead. In short, this might just be the worst place in the entire world. Be careful out there.
It's sweet of you to worry.
Are you worried about me?
Someone has to be. And try not to die. I don't want to deliver that report to Skyhold. We intercepted a Venatori messenger and, persuaded him to give up the orders he was carrying. We have them here. This entire place. It just feels like something's not right. Be careful.
Of course. Right, and now what is this? Wait, read. I think it's the letter, right? With our allies the Templars redeploying and abandoning their mine in the canyons, we will now focus our efforts on the excavations and the summoning attempts. Summoning? Who are you summoning? Go have a word with our White Claw associates. I'll be sending further resources your way, service. We'll see what it's about. Is it like a desert? I think so, right? We'll see. And oh, it's our officer. No, I don't want to talk to them. They want things like, you know, resources and stuff. So I'm ignoring them. That's not a good way to go about it, but that's what I'll do. Alright, I just wanted to take a second and show you how this area looks, because it's really just unique, and I don't think we've ever seen anything like this in a Dragon Age game, really. What do you think? Do you guys like it or not? You can leave a comment and tell me what you think. Let's see what it's about. This statue is so pretty, by the way. We know they were here. They put up those awful statues of Andraste, looking snobbish everywhere they go. Not much of a secret location. We know they found a way to reverse tranquility. You can reverse it. They found a cure? This is amazing. But so far, nothing we've uncovered has told us how they did it. I hate that statue. She just keeps sneering at me. It means we can cure Fenrir from Dragon Age 2. You know, the biggest mistake I've made in the whole playthrough of mine. I know I could just reload the save and everything, but I don't like doing that, to be honest. I think I see where we are going, because there is Alistair and Hawke waiting for us.
Glad you could make it. We've seen lights coming from the tower.
It has to be blood magic. I hope we can stop them before more people get hurt. You take point. I'll guard your backs.
Thank you. Oh.
Wait! No!
What are they doing? Who are you?
Warden Commander Clarel's orders were clear.
This is wrong!
Remember your oath. In war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In death,
I'm sorry.
sacrifice.
But what are they trying to achieve?
Now bind it just as I showed you.
They're binding demons to themselves?
Inquisitor! What an unexpected pleasure. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, at your service.
I'm guessing you're not a warden.
But you are. The one Clarel let slip. And you found the Inquisitor and came to stop me. Shall we see how that goes?
Wardens, he's deceiving you. I'm not sure about that. I've already got a head start. Your allies don't scare me.
I've killed demons before. If I have to kill a few warden mages as well, so be it.
You may have to kill a few, yes. Wardens, hands up!
Oh,
Hands down!
he's controlling them.
Corypheus has enslaved them.
They did this to themselves. You see, the calling had the Wardens terrified. They looked everywhere for help.
Including Tevinter.
Yes, and since it was my master who put the calling into their little heads, we in the Venatori were prepared. I went to Clarel full of sympathy, and together we came up with a plan. Raise a demon army, march into the deep roads, and kill the old gods before they wake.
I saw this at Radcliffe. Oh, that demon army. You tricked them.
So you manipulated the Wardens to build an army of demons for Corypheus.
Just so. Sadly for the Wardens, the binding ritual I taught their mages has a side effect. They are now my master's slaves. This was a test. Once the rest of the Wardens complete the ritual, the army will conquer Thedas.
Investigate. Corypheus made them do this.
So Corypheus influenced the Wardens and made them do this ritual.
Made them? No! Everything you see here, the blood sacrifices to bind the demons, the Wardens did it of their own free will. Fear is a very good motivator, and they were very afraid.
That's a lie. The Grey Wardens are heroes. They would never do this willingly.
The Grey Wardens care about nothing save stopping blights. They will do anything to accomplish that. You should have seen Clarel agonize over the decision. Burdens of command, I suppose.
So she was hesitant about it. Why risk using demons? I don't think it's a risk for them. What's in it for you?
Do you really want to see the world fall to the Blight? What do you get out of this?
The Elder One commands the Blight. He is not commanded by it, like the mindless Darkspawn. The Blight is not unstoppable or uncontrollable. It is simply a tool.
No, Livius, you're the tool.
As for me, while the Elder One rules from the Golden City, we, the Venatori, will be his god-kings here in the world.
That sounds terrifying. Don't they want people to be happy? You know, what's the point of controlling people if they are miserable? What do people get out of it? I will never understand. Why kill the old gods?
Why would the Wardens try to kill the old gods?
A blight happens when Darkspawn find an old god and corrupt it into an archdemon. If someone fought through the deep roads and killed the old gods before they could be corrupted, woof, no more blights, ever. The Wardens sacrificed their lives and saved the world. Although I fear history will remember them a little differently now.
Let the Wardens go.
Release the Wardens from the binding and surrender. I won't ask twice.
No, you won't.
Oh, he can do something.
The Elder One showed me how to deal with you, in the event you were foolish enough to interfere again. That mark you bear, the anchor that lets you pass safely through the veil, you stole that from my master. He's been forced to seek other ways to access the Fade. When I bring him your head, his gratitude will be... Ah!
Oh. What's going on?
Kill them!
Let's fight, I guess.
They refuse to listen to reason.
You were right. Thanks to the ritual, the Warden mages are enslaved to Corypheus.
And the Warden warriors? Of course. Sacrificed in the ritual. What a waste.
Oh, so those who were mages, they controlled the demons, let's say, and the warriors were just used for their blood. That is so horrible. They've gone too far. They were misled.
Eremon's lied to the Wardens. They were trying to prevent future blights.
With blood magic and human sacrifice.
Hawke, they made a mistake, but they thought it was necessary.
All blood mages do. Everyone has a story they tell themselves to justify bad decisions. And it never matters. In the end, you are always alone with your actions.
I may know where the Wardens are. Eremond fled that way. There's an abandoned Warden fortress in that direction. Adamant.
Yes, let's go.
Good thinking.
The Warden and I will scout out Adamant and confirm that the other Wardens are there. We'll meet you back at Skyhold.
Of course. Oh, Hawke and Varric are here.
I tracked that Venatori mage back to Adamant Fortress. They're looking at assault options now in the war room.
Thanks for coming.
You did well, Varric. The Inquisitor is just who we need.
It's been great. Murderous Wardens, archdemon attacks, plenty of blood mages and crazy Templars. Just like home.
I know how much you hated leaving Kirkwall.
This is the ass end of Thedas. You know they eat snails here? Still, I think I need to finish this out. If it weren't for me and Bartrand, none of this would have happened. So much for changing our lives.
That's what happens when you try to change things. Things change. You can't always control how.
Hawke?
I tracked the Wardens to Adamant Fortress, Inquisitor. Your specialists have my full report.
That's great. Varric? I cannot talk to him. Okay. I thought we will get a cutscene about this, but apparently not. So what should we do? Western approach, resources. No, this is not...
You read the report?
It was unusual. Is he always so blunt?
Yes.
Now Here Lies the Abyss is like one of the main quests. Adamant Fortress has withstood countless Darkspawn attacks without falling. The Grey Wardens defending its walls are legendary warriors. To prevent Warden Commander Clarel from raising an army of demons, Inquisition forces will need siege engines powerful enough to breach Adamant's defenses. We are not doing it now. Maybe next time.
Any news on rifts beyond reach of the Inquisition?
Yes. And it is not good.
So basically we need this. It's already 50 power. And anything here? Not really. So let's give our people some tasks. Hard in Hightown, Unsavory Parallels. A copy of Hard in Hightown sits open on the table. Javelin was waiting outside the captain's office when Donan Brynnokovich slunk out defeated. We're not getting a warrant, are we? Javelin looked almost relieved. No. Donan met his partner's eyes. The kid was barely 20 and looked like he'd walked straight to the Kirkwall barracks from somebody's potato farm. Taller and broader than the other guards, Javelin slouched as if he didn't know how to fit into his own limbs, as if he thought he should be smaller. Hunched over his brand new too-large armor, he looked like a child playing at being a guard. He was too green for a murder investigation. Is it about Evelyn? Maybe it's for the best, Javelin said, almost speaking Donan's thoughts out loud. You're on your way out of the guard, and I am, he trailed off, then signed, questioning nobles in the middle of the night, wasn't covered in training. Is it like a gender bender where Evelyn is this Javelin, and Donan is still Donan? Donick! His name was Donick. Donan glared at the kid. I'm a city guard, and so are you, recruit. Nobody gets away with murder while we're on duty. Javelin stood a little straighter. What do we do then? The captain wants proof. We bring her proof. The dead magistrate attempt to implicate Varric. Why and in what? Okay, I'm a bit confused about this particular note. If an assassin killed the magistrate, a word to the crowds might tell us who it was. They watch rivals carefully.
Inquisitor.
This is so strange and this is such a long quest, really. I mean, I don't mind. Well, that settles it. We face a Darkspawn Magister who commands something that looks suspiciously like an archdemon. I defy anyone to tell me that this is no blight. We have Blackwall's treaties and we have cause. And Josephine is Wait. Nope, she's not. Because we have find a sponsor for the Duper Cats. Because this is a Josephine's quest. It is extremely important. So of course we're doing it. Because we need to help her. You know, we don't want her to get killed. What is this? Do you see it? Is it a bug? Okay, and we also have Cullen without any tasks, so maybe we should ask him. It was to be expected. In the wake of so many important deaths and the rise of the Inquisition, several noble houses are attempting to spur their fortunes. Yeah, let's ask them. I say invite them to observe our soldiers' training, to show that we are not heretical outlaws.
All right.
I, again, don't think this is the best approach. But Cullen is the only one not busy. So we are asking him. And I think we will speak to someone. No, maybe Josephine. Hey, how are you?
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
Not yet. How do peasants become nobles? Can the contract be annulled? I think we already know answers to this.
Let's speak later.
Another time.
Of course. And I also wanted to talk to Cullen because we haven't spoken in ages. Let me find him. I found him. Cullen, hello.
Inquisitor, I've found where the Red Templars come from. They're in Fall Redoubt. The knights were fed red lyrium until they turned into monsters. Samson took over after their corruption was complete.
How do you know Samson?
He was a Templar in Kirkwall, until he was expelled from the Order. I knew he was an addict, but this... Red lyrium is nothing like the lyrium given by the Chantry. Its power comes with a terrible madness.
That takes care of Samson. I believe you.
Samson's armor was glowing with the stuff. He'll go mad soon enough.
He seemed clear-eyed at Haven. Even so, the deluded commander is no less worrisome. The Red Templars still require lyrium. If we find their source, we can weaken them and their leader.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I like finding the Red Templars' vulnerabilities before fighting them head-on.
We'll need every advantage against what courses through their veins. Caravans of red lyrium are being smuggled along trade roads. Investigating them could lead to where it's being mined. If you confront them, be wary. Anything connected to Samson will be well guarded.
Of course. Thank you, Cullen. That's a great idea. Can we talk about anything else? We can.
As leader of the Inquisition, there's something I must tell you.
Of course.
Whatever it is, I'm willing to listen.
Right. Thank you. Lyrium grants Templars our abilities, but it controls us as well. Those cut off suffer. Some go mad, others die. We have secured a reliable source of lyrium for the Templars here. But I no longer take it.
You stopped?
When I joined the Inquisition. It's been months now.
Why didn't I know sooner? But why? You seem fine, but you could... He can die?
Cullen, if this can kill you...
It hasn't yet. After what happened in Kirkwall, I couldn't. I will not be bound to the Order, or that life any longer. Whatever the suffering, I accept it. But I would not put the Inquisition at risk. I've asked Cassandra to... watch me. If my ability to lead is compromised, I will be relieved from duty.
I'll trust Cassandra. Of course. Are you okay?
Are you in pain?
I can endure it.
I respect your decision.
Thank you for telling me. I respect what you're doing.
Thank you, Inquisitor. The Inquisition's army must always take priority. Should anything happen, I will defer to Cassandra's judgment.
Of course. That is very interesting. So I think this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Have a wonderful day. Bye.